my fellow miniature enthusiasts. Welcome or welcome back to Marie's Miniatures. We are currently on part 7 in our series of Rolife's A-frame cabin. And I'm kind of excited today because I think we may actually finish it, which means I get to take it to work tomorrow and show it off a little bit. I do have a new kit on the way. It is supposed to be here tomorrow. I will announce that at the end, and that'll start my new series once I get that one going. But before we get started, let me thank you for stopping by, and hope you can spend a little time with me, whether you're somebody who's done this for a while or if you're new to it. I myself haven't been doing it all that long. I've been at it for a couple months now, but I've always been kind of a little crafty over at least the past 5 years or so. And this just seemed to be a natural progression for me. But if you like this kind of content and you enjoy what you see here, if you would do me a favor and consider like, commenting, subscribing, I would really, really appreciate it. It helps the channel a lot. But we're just going to get right into it. Okay, and today looks like it's going to be mostly just assembling items that still need to be put together that will go inside the frame of the house. And first thing that we have is titled Gift Box. So the parts we're going to need for this, we're starting with bag 6. And there is what looks to be like a little bottle in here. Looks like it might be a little blue. Yep, right here it is. So there's that. And then we need paper from K. And we need K8, which is right here. And we are going to fold this up, it looks like. And like everything else, this is nicely scored, so this should be pretty easy to do. So go this way first, and this folds up, and that folds up. And then these sides fold in, and do these bend again, or I can't tell. Yeah, I think they do. So they need to go, the side ones, they get bent a second time and go inside the box. They go over those two ones that come up on the side, and then that just fits in front of them, and the little tab on the one coming up from below is supposed to slide in there, it looks like. Having a tough time getting my side piece in there underneath. There we go. Give me one. I think I've almost got it. Sorry. Just gonna have to work with it until you get it in there. I'm still struggling. I actually have something that may help me, and I'm going to pull it out. I don't think I've pulled it out on this channel yet. Smush that a little bit in the process of all that. Okay. Almost got it. There. Woohoo. All right. That did help a lot. So there is our little box all put together. Now, we also take our little piece here. And it advises you to use those small things, but I honestly, they're okay, but I really think that glue dots would work much better. And I happen to have some. So I think I'm going to use those instead. Maybe. I think I should have gone the other way. Put it on the book first. There we go. All right, so there's that little one. Okay, next we are needing carpets, and it is calling for, starting with K6, paper K. That is this one. And then we need 6, bag 6. And we need PS1, which looks to be this. And you're basically going to use this little piece as a template for this. We just need to cut it out. Looks like you need 2 of them, so. Got that. I don't think we're going to need that little piece we used to measure with, but I'm not going to get rid of it yet, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so we have those 2. Our next step is going to be a refrigerator. So we start with K2, which is in here. This little piece right here. I can just pull that off there without, yeah. All right, and we need bag 7. You can see all the little pieces to the refrigerator in here. So we need both of those and the refrigerator. It looks like Legos. And these, and this, and then there's all of these little things. I think I need everything in this bag. Let's see here. So one of those, that, and these 2 things. Yep, that's everything. Down another bag. All right, so we will start with P59, which is one of the ones in here. Okay. Try that again. Actually, no, it's not. It's this one right here. And we take the refrigerator. Okay, so we start with P59 and we take the refrigerator, and it looks like it is going in on this shelf here, and you got to make sure that the little round edge is forward, but it's like a little shelf in there. And next we're going to work on the doors. And then we put our doors on. There's one. These doors are not going to stay on for me. So I think we're going to go ahead and get them ready because they're having me do things to them after. Which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, so. These have got little parts you have to put inside the door, and then they've got little bins that you attach on there. See, there's the door, it's got a little, like, ice bin or a shelf on the door. And there's one on the bottom door too. Alright, so those are on there. And now we have handles. I'm going to go ahead and put them on. There's one. I think this, there it goes, okay. There's that one. So that's everything on the doors. So we're going to try this again. I think that's the trick. All right, this is what I get. I think I've got to get this back off of here because I think I have to get the door underneath that. And this is taking so long that I might normally cut this out, but I feel like this is something you need to see. So yes, because that just fixed the entire issue. That's why they wanted you to wait. I just need to do the same thing again here. I don't think I can, yeah. I'm gonna get this back up off here first. So I'm going to take care of this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I fixed it. I did what they suggested. I popped that back off and put it on there and then put that down afterwards. And I got that taken care of. We still have the sticker here, or the picture that's going to be attached, which for that we're going to take a small piece of double stick tape. Not sure, but I get the feeling I'm really probably going to miss these on the next build. Okay. Just gotta. All right. There's our little refrigerator. One more item down. Okay, we're pulling out old stuff. How exciting is that? So, first thing I gotta go grab is the flour, the wine, and the table. I will be right back. All right, well, I'm not sure where I stopped, so I just looked up and realized that I was not recording. So we got this table put together. I think I shut it off probably when I went to get to the table and may not have turned it back on, even though I meant to. But we just took the 2 little bottles of alcohol that we put labels on the last video, and they got added there, and the little flower with the vase. And then we also made this, which took a couple pieces from bag 6. All right, next we are taking the refrigerator, and we've got some stuff we're going to put on it. And we're starting first with one of the paintings that we've done, and a couple, at least one other item. So I'm going to grab that and be right back. Okay, so we are back with this little painting, which I think this was a picture that we put together in the first video. And for this, we just need a piece of medium double stick tape. And it is going along the bottom of it. Just like that. And it is just actually going to set up at the back of the fridge, the top, just like that. And we'll see how well this works. Okay, and then we have this little lamp light looking thing. I am going to strongly advise you, when you put that together, that if you have glue, you use some type of glue. Whether it's the B7000 or whatever, but it does not hold together very well with that double stick tape. And it just keeps catching my fingers. So anyway, the next step though is to use a piece of this tape to put it to the top of the refrigerator, but I'm not going to wrap it around it like it suggests. I'm just going to put it on here and set it on it. Oh, I want to turn it that way so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm telling you, grab this thing by the top. Make sure you're pretty much happy with it. Set it up there, and hopefully you don't have to ever touch it again because the thing is very finicky. Okay, and then out of bag 6, looks like you need a little coffee cup. So it's this one right here. And again, it wants a small one. I didn't use one of the ones they gave me because some of those, I have strips left. I can't find any more of the round ones, but I do have strips left of those ones that I had from my other kit. All right, and then we're gonna put the little coffee mug up here on that. And there's our refrigerator. All right, next step. So I'm gonna go grab the frame and I will be right back. Okay, so I grabbed a couple things that I see it calling for, but looks like it's gonna be pretty steady here with new items coming in. So first thing we need is our painting, this one. And this one is going to go on the wall above. Let's see if I can turn this so you can see. This is going to go on the wall above this rug up here, right over here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that put up there. And it is just going to take a medium piece of double stick tape. They have you putting it down at the bottom, which I don't understand, but okay. At At this point, I'm just doing what I'm told. Okay, so we've got the double stick tape on here, and I'm just going to place it right down in here. And next is going to be our pink couch, which is going to set in here. I'm trying to make sure I have it, yeah, just like this. It looks like sitting right in that spot. So this is going to take, looks like a small piece of double stick tape. And it's going to go underneath on the corner. And this is another one. I'm going to use one of my little small ones. Not exactly sure how this is going to work, but we're going to keep working at it and hope we can figure it out. Okay, so I got that. And this is just going to sit right here like this. Okay, and I have one more thing I need to go grab. All right, our next piece is our little stand with the sunflowers on it. And we're going to put a medium piece of double stick tape on each side of the bottom. Okay, this is basically going to become like a little coffee table that's going to sit here. Okay, and next we are going to take our little basket with wood. They're a little large, but they're going to have to do. And they are going to set over in here beside the stove. So we know the routine. Use, say, a small piece of tape. I'm just going to put it on the bottom of the basket. And set it in there. Make sure you set it far enough in that it's not blocking that edge. And then just put the wood in there. Okay. I think maybe I'm going to put a piece of tape on this to keep it attached to the other piece of wood so it doesn't go rolling around. There we go. Okay. Now, in bag 6, there are a couple other pieces we need, which look like this little white circle piece and a kettle. And this goes on the bottom of the kettle. This little circle piece does, just snaps on there. And then that is going to be set on the stove here. I'm just gonna try and use one of these little strips. Okay, we got that off of there, and we just need to set our kettle up here. I really like this house, but some of the proportions are a little odd. That kettle looks huge. All right, so that's everything. That's where we're at right now. And let's see what we can move on to. Oh. We're getting ready to install one of the walls. Looks like it's going to be this one, I do believe. Yeah, it's gonna be that one. I will be right back. Okay, and so now we have the piece. It's going to go right here. And it looks like it's pretty easy. These just, the holes here are gonna slide onto there. We got them up here as well. As soon as I can find that little notch. All right, there's that one. There's that. I don't know why this is so hard. It should fit right there. There it goes. Okay. So one more corner that needs to get popped in down here. Okay, I really struggled with that last corner getting it in there, but I did finally get it. It's just, you gotta work with it. Hold on for one moment. Looks like I might need a couple pieces here. F7 times 2. And then are these. That are these. I'm okay. All right. And these are going to go. Okay. These are the pieces that I just pulled out. They are going to go like this. And they go right here. And through I guess this part right here goes up in here. And then that little back edge gets popped through the hole on this side of the roof right here. All right, and then we're gonna do the same thing right here with this one. So it goes up there and then just goes in that little hole. Nice. We're onto the gift box, which is going to go up on this little shelf here. It is going there, and then there is a cup in bag 6 that is going there as well. And we have a small piece of double-sided tape on the box. It's going to sit up here. It's not even sticking at all. I don't think that tape wants to stick to that wood. There, I think I got it. Okay. There's that, and then there's also this little cup out of here. There's another one with the bear on it. I'm just going to put this directly on the shelf. Nope. That is not wanting to stick to that. Maybe try another one. That seemed to stick a little better that time, so I'm not sure why sticking it onto the gift box first seemed to not want to stick to the wood. But it's on there now. I think we're good to go on that. All right, and we need, next is, we need 2 of the chairs. I will be right back. All right, and we are taking double-sided tape and we are putting these on the legs. We're just doing this on 2 legs per chair. Kind of like what we did to the flower stems a while back, just up and over the top. And peel them off. All right. Hopefully this will, oh yeah, it came off really easily. Hopefully this one does as well. Oh, it did not go as quite as smoothly as the other one, but it's still there. We're good. Okay, we're good. And then we're just gonna stick these back here. And then this one is going to go right beside it. Next is the table. And for this, we're just putting it on the bottom. Which is kind of interesting because the bottom is leaned in. Yeah, we'll see if this one works. Okay, need one more. What we're doing is we're putting them over here. Just hoping that they're going to grab. I think this is going to be a build you're going to have to be a little bit careful with when you're done, unless you want to take the time as you go and use glue instead of these strips. Might be better off, because I'm afraid if you move it too much, you're going to end up losing some stuff. All right. All right, now we've got 2 more table or chairs to put in there. Last chair. Just like that. All right. There, really getting there. All right, we need our potted plant, and I'll be right back with that. Okay, so I have to get the potted plant in here, and from what I can tell you right now, it is not going to be something I can do and show while I'm doing it. So I'm going to do my best to get this in here without destroying it. It goes back behind the stairs. Okay, and we are getting very close. One of our next pieces is going to be our refrigerator. And we're going to put it down with a medium strip on the bottom. I'm putting these basically over top the feet, because otherwise I don't know how they're going to hold down. And I'm going to put another one on the front feet as well. Okay. And then it just sits right here. Getting so close. All right, so we are going to take the little rugs we made earlier and put those down with a couple medium strips of double-sided tape, and I think I can show you these. They're going to go, one is right here at the top, which is nice because it covers that little hole that was there. And then we've got another one to go downstairs. And it's going to go right at the foot of the steps. Just like that. I think I want to try to get this one centered a little better if I can. That looks a little better. Okay, so that's those, and then we need the lantern, which is right here. And it is going to set over here by the refrigerator. So Piece of double-sided tape. So this is where we're just throwing all the little stuff in that makes it look extra cute. Okay, and there is a little statue head in bag 6. And it is going to go, looks like maybe on that little stand back here, but I'm not really sure about that. One moment. No, he just sits on the ground. Okay. Another piece of double-sided tape. It just sits on the ground at the top of the stairs here. Okay. There's that. And then we need a candle, which I believe that is still in there. I'll be right back. Okay, and the candle is going to go on the headboard. And we also have book set B, which is really just this book set with a little cup on top. And it's going up there as well. You can use it to cover another one of those little notches where things fit together. Okay, and there was one other, the other flowers. They go right on this little part of it. Okay, those look better. And then we have the pillow for the bed. And we also have a blanket for the bed. You just need a long strip to go, I'm just using a medium, to go along the back edge, bottom edge of the pillow. The top edge, I guess depends on how you lay it in here. We're just going to lay it down. Okay. We've got the guitar, which is just going to lay across the bed. And we've got Book J. And I'm just going to lay it out here on the bed. And there is another part in here yet. It is this little pillow that's in here. And it is going to go up on the bed as well by the pillow. It's right here if I can. There we go. Okay. We are getting very, very, very close. And some things have to sit outside. So, okay, next we have out of C, board C, there is a little paddle, canoe paddle. And it is going to go on this wall up here. It needs some of these. Right here. I'm going to tilt this back so you can see. Do it with my other hand maybe. Just like this. All right. Let's see that. And then there is C8, which is this little picture that's here. And it's going to go right under that little paddle. Alright, kind of like that. Now, out of 6, there's still this black pipe here, and then I need to clean up my mess. I think that's what I need to do really quickly because this is getting out of control. And then there is a sticker here. That N16 looks like I'm going to peel this off and then kind of that so it makes a little top to it, and I'm going to put this wherever it goes first, which it's going to go down into this hole right here. I mean, you can see my pinky going in there. but it's going to go straight down here. Goes right into, hold on, so I can, goes right into the stove. And if we turn it around this way, you can see where I'm putting it is in this hole right here. And then this sets right on top. Oh, no, 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 don't. Just like that. All right. And now for the other side. And like we did on the previous side, we've got holes in here that are going to go along with these pegs here. So I think I might actually try starting at the bottom this time and see if that helps. My door just fell off. Okay, getting there. All right, that one went in pretty easily. I hate it because I can't see it. It's almost there. There it goes. That one's in, that one's in, that one. These are almost in. Just needs a little more convincing. There we go. All right. Ah. I realize I have another whole picture that needed to be hung up that I missed. And it sets up here on the bed by the window. Okay. I can get my door put back on. There we go. Okay, we're almost done. Out of bag 2, we have got these little edges that we are applying. And they are being put on by double stick tape or double-sided tape. I'm going to call it that for the rest of my life. I get the feeling this video is going to be running very long, but I'm too excited to stop at this point. I'm doing here is I am just putting these on these edges and then peeling them off and applying these. Just like that. I have enough for the other side. It just, instead of a V, they gave me 2 individual pieces for the top, so it's okay. We'll be all right. So those are done on this side, and I need to turn it around and work on the other side. Maybe we'll try and just get all the tape on these first and then put those up. Oh, I did have another A-frame one. I just was missing it. Just overlooked it. Oh, are these shorter or something? The same size. Oh, it's all right. Okay. Felt like that was a little bit too long for that, but it was fine. All right, there's those. And now we need the trees, which are C9 is one. And C9 is going to go on this corner here. Just like that. And D9, which is this one, right here, is going to go over here. And then we have a couple fences that go on the front porch here. So this little one is going to sit right here. And we've got another tree out of D, which is D10, and that is the last piece out of any of the planks. Or no, hold on. There is a D10, and a D7 is that tree. And I'll put that through here. And then it's going to go right here on the front porch. And we're going to take our little set of firewood, and it is going to go there on that porch right beside the tree. Okay, and we've got this fence is going to sit right in here. And then we're going to put up our little sofa is going to go over here. And I think that is almost the last of it. We've got, it's like 2 more things. Our little flower box here, which is going to set up here. And there is one more item apparently, or 2. Oh yeah, okay. So we got a little flower pot, or a little watering can that is going to sit beside our little sofa. Okay, and last but not least is this little pitcher here, and it is going to go up on the shelf with the planter box. There we go. That's it. They're all finished. Clean this up a little bit, and I will be right back and we'll do a little lighting ceremony. And before we sign off completely, I did realize I missed one more item. Let's see here first. I'm gonna put all these pennants. I'm gonna hang right above the front door. These are just gonna go right up here. Okay, so we are ready to light it up. All right, so here it is, all lit up, all done. I am so excited. I get to take this to work tomorrow. All right. Okay, and just so, okay, I told you at the end of today's video I would let you know what I'm starting tomorrow, or what I'm getting tomorrow, and that is the Duchess's Tea Room. It is a Cute Bee set. So we're going to start that new kit tomorrow. I am so excited. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. And until next time, remember, pay attention to the little things. you.